Okay, since I've ranted so much in the last video about maintaining your motorcycles, I'm gonna show you how to do it. Let's go. So as you can see, this is the current condition of my motorcycle. I have not washed it for a week or so, and I have also not buffed the engine for quite a long time now, approximately a month or two. I had kept my motorcycle out without the cover just so I can show you the before and after of the maintenance. Now since I had not shampoo washed my motorcycle for a month or so, I'm gonna take it to the garage and get it shampoo washed. Now let's get on to the products that I'm going to use. So firstly we have this paint wax or paint polish. It's a thick consistency wax that you use on your painted parts like your tank, side panels. Next product is Autosol's chrome polish. I basically use this on the engine casing, so I use this to get the shine back. Next we have is the tire foam. Now this is not something necessary that you have to do, but I just like doing it. This next part is a must for every motorcycle. It's a chain cleaner and chain lube. This is used to protect your chain and elongate the life of your chain. So these are all the things that I use. So the first thing that I do is get the wax on the sponge that is provided with the product. After you do that, you gently apply it over the tank in circular motions. Make sure you don't rub it too hard. Just in gentle circular motions you can do it, and the wax spreads very easily. Make sure you coat every part of your tank and your side panels. Let the wax rest for a little while. I wait for approximately 5-10 minutes. After waiting for 5-10 minutes, you just take a clean microfiber cloth and again you wipe the wax off in circular motions. Make sure you always use circular motions when you're doing things on the tank. It ensures that you don't get any scratches over your tank. The next thing that I do is apply the chain cleaner on the chain. I don't put my bike on gear and do it because it can get risky and I don't want to lose my finger anytime soon. So I use my hand to turn the wheel and I spray some chain cleaner. Let the chain cleaner rest for some time, let it collect all the dust and dirt that there is on the chain. Then I scrub it with the brush that you can get off of Amazon. I'll put the link in the description if you want, and let it rest again for 5-10 minutes. After doing that, I wipe the chain off. Now I lube the chain not from the behind but from the side, because when you lube it from the behind you will only lube the outer part of the chain. So I would definitely recommend you to lube it from the side. This will ensure that you lube the internal part of the chain, which is where most of the friction happens. After you lube the chain, let the chain rest, rotate the tire a couple of times, and you can use a cloth to wipe off the excess lube that there is. Here I am using a brush and the polish. I will apply the polish on the engine first, engine casing first, and I'll use the brush to spread it all over and really scrub it so that you can get the tiny bit of watermarks that are on the upper layer. The deep watermarks that are there, they won't go so easily. You will have to do a lot of engine buffing for that, possibly with a machine. I don't have a machine, so I just use my hands. Engine buffing is going to be the most tedious part that you have to do because it takes a lot of manual labor to apply the chrome wax as well as to get it to shine. So you're going to have to do a lot of circular motions. What I will recommend you is that keep the engine warm a bit so that the wax spreads easily. The warmer the wax get, the better chances you have of getting a shinier engine. So just keep it a tad bit warm. After you're done with applying the chrome polish on both the sides of your engine, let it rest for a while. Let the wax, let the formula get into the engine casing. After that, take a rough cloth and start wiping the entire engine part by part. Now when you're doing this, you have to make sure that you're doing it in circular motions, and you have to do it in a pretty fast manner because you need to activate the polish that you have just applied. So you got to do it in a very fast and circular manner, and you have to do it continuously till you get the end result like this. Your engine will shine like it's brand new, and I highly recommend you do this because this will keep your engine shining forever. This is going to be the last and most easiest part of all the things that I just did. So basically it's a tire polish. You just spray the polish on the tires and let it dry, and that's it. That's all I do to keep my motorcycle nice and shining. So this is the final look. As you can see, the tank looks clean, the side panel looks shining. Here you can see there are no watermarks on the engine left. The engine looks pretty shiny, it's almost as good as new. And this is the other side of the engine. This also looks pretty good, and just the overall motorcycle looks much more appealing and much more beautiful. So as you guys saw, that was all I do to keep my motorcycle clean. And yeah, I get pretty sweaty doing that, but I love it and it keeps my motorcycle clean.